Guys, so let's talk about Partey and his contract extension at Arsenal, because the coach of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, has publicly supported Partey to stay at Arsenal for next season. I'm going to show you the video and what he said exactly. We also went to talk about Antoine Semen and also Daniel Amat. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notifications. My name is Adam. You're watching SportsCornerGH. Quickly, let's jump into it. Let's talk about Partey. If you ask any Arsenal fan to name 3 top performers for Arsenal this season, they are not going to leave out the name Partey because of what he did this season for Arsenal. In the EPL, he has played 34 games, scored 4 goals, and given 2 assists. Partey has been consistent with his performances anytime he plays for Arsenal. He has been fit throughout the season. This is one thing Partey struggled with, his fitness. But this season, he has been fit. He has played most minutes for Arsenal this season. I mean, if you're looking for one of his best seasons, it is this one. It's just rather unfortunate he has no trophy to show for it. But then this season, Partey has really performed. If I'm not going to lie, we saw him in the national team and the way he played. He was really on form, top form for Partey. But the sad thing is that Partey's contract runs out at the end of the season. So when Arsenal were, scouring through the system and looking at players they wanted to keep, they found out that no, Partey, we can't let him leave as a free agent like that. We still need him. So we're all excited to hear that Arsenal were going to begin talks with Partey's camp for a contract extension. Even Partey, through his camp, said that he wanted certain demands, such as 2 years with an improved term or 1+1. That was cool. But after now, nothing has been concluded yet. And we all know he's left with one game for the season to end. And Partey, if things don't go his way, he's going to look at other options. Other options being Atletico de Madrid, a Juventus, Saudi Arabian club, and I said they are all showing interest in Partey. But today, Mikel Arteta was asked, do you want to keep Partey in the club next season? This is what the coach said. Let's check it out together.
Some question marks on a few of them, so we'll have to wait and see. We still have another Premier League match to play on Sunday, and after that we have some time to sit down and finalize a few things that have to be done. In regards to Thomas, I think consistency-wise, he's been his best season. I think the way he's played, performed, his availability, he's been exceptional, and he's a really important player for us.
So guys, you have heard from Mikel Arteta and what he had to say about Partey. For those who did not hear the audio clearly, let me read exactly what he said. He says that, yes, in regards to Partey, consistency-wise, it's been his best season. I think the way he's played, performed, and his availability has been exceptional. He's really an important player for us. If you get your coach talking about you like this in public, supporting you to stay in the club, then you are no joke. You are a key player in his system, in his plan. And looking at the pressure on Mikel Arteta to win a major trophy next season, I'm sure he's going to love to have players he trusts around him for next season. And Partey is one of those players. So I'm happy the coach is backing Partey publicly. So guys, you have seen the video, you have heard what the coach had to say about Partey. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments, because see, we have been waiting for a here we go concerning Partey. Today, tomorrow, we are talking about him, but then this one, at least the coach had said something from, his own side to support Partey staying at the club. Let me hear from you down below in the comments. Now, let's move away from Partey and talk about Antoine Semen. A lot of reports suggested that Semen was going to Manchester United. Now, we heard Manchester United executives spoke to Semenyo and sold him a project saying that, hey, Amorim next season is going to do this, is going to do that. But also brought here a report stating that Semenyo's camp would only accept that deal if only Manchester United are going to play in Europe next season. Now, listen to this. This season, Semenyo has scored 9 goals in the EPL. If you want to take that across all competition, he has scored 11 goals. And if anytime you hear Semenyo talk about Bournemouth, he always says that their target is to play in Europe. They want to play in Europe. But for Bournemouth this season, looking at the EPL table, it is not going to be possible. So if Semenyo is going to still stay at Bournemouth and play in the EPL without European football, why would he even leave that to Manchester United? That is one big question. 2, Semenyo is also attracting interest from other clubs who are going to play Europe next season. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle United, all these clubs are going to play in Europe next season. So for Manchester United, I'm sorry to say that yesterday when they lost that Europa League final to Tottenham, that was it. They just nailed, they just hammered the nail on the coffin. It would be very difficult for them to convince Semenyo. It would take a miracle for Semenyo to accept to play for Manchester United at this point, looking at the offers and the options he has in front of him. So guys, this is the update concerning Antoine Semen and his connection, his link, his move to Manchester United. The reality about all this is that since Manchester United are not going to play in Europe next season, the likelihood of Semenyo moving from Bournemouth to Manchester United is going to be very difficult. And let's not forget, the price tag is heavy. It's within the region of 70 million. Manchester United right now, looking at the pay cut, a lot of things. See, I don't see this deal going through. And I think Semenyo just dodged the bullet. But let's see what happens. Sometimes things do happen. You see Semenyo agreeing to join Manchester United. Maybe. But then I'll just be happy to see Semenyo look at those other options. The Arsenal, the Newcastle United, the Tottenham, those clubs going to play in Europe. Looking at his form this season, he deserves to play in Europe next season. So guys, that is the update with Antoine Semenyo. Now let's talk about Daniel Amartey. It's been a year. Daniel Amartey has been a free agent. Now the last time he played football, he played for Besiktas. And at Besiktas in the 2023-2024 season, he played only 27 games for the club. Now, he terminated his contract with the club because the ending of their relationship was just too chaotic. No, Amartey was being told to move to a Saudi Arabian club called Al Shabab FC on loan. He says no, he was not going to go. He wanted to stay at Besiktas. Besiktas also told him that, see, you are part of a list of players we don't want at the club. It was back and forth here and there. And then Amartey terminated his contract. But from Amartey's own mouth, he says that a lot of things that we heard about him in Turkey on how he terminated his contract were all false. And then he does not know what the club was talking about. But then the good thing is that Daniel Amartey has been staying fit. He has been training. He has been making sure that, see, even though he's not active, he's going to train and keep in shape, because definitely there will be teams that will be calling for his experience. From what we hear, rumor-wise, transfer rumor, I'm stating this transfer rumor, Ipswich Town, who have been relegated from the English Premier League, have shown interest to sign Daniel Amartey. Also, Transport in Texas have also shown interest to sign Daniel Amartey. So guys, these two clubs, according to rumors, are interested to sign Daniel Amartey or his services for next season. Now, this is coming from a close relative of Daniel Amartey who has talked about the player. Now, this is what he said. He says that Daniel Amartey trains intensively with personal coaches. He is calm, patient, and will not sign a contract through haste. He wants a solid project. He is ready to roar again. Where will he go? The team is working tirelessly to find the best opportunity. He has already proved his worth in the English Premier League, the most demanding championship in the world, and will make his return in the summer for sure. This is coming from someone who is close to Daniel Amartey, a close relative, and also his advisor, who has spoken about the player, stating that in the next summer transfer window, don't be surprised if Daniel Amartey starts playing football again. So guys, this is the update concerning the player, and this report is from African Foot, and this is the report concerning Daniel Amartey and the interest he's getting from England and also Turkey, Ipswich Town and Transport respectively. Now let's move away from that and talk about Leicester City. The thing is, Ruud van Nistelrooy would be sacked at the end of the season, and in fact, Leicester City are speaking to his replacement as I'm speaking to you now. His replacement will be Russell Martins. Now, Russell Martins was the former manager for Southampton. Yes, I think so. Southampton. Russell Martins was the manager for Southampton before he got sacked. This was the coach that did not give Kamaldeen a lot of game time. Now he's going to be the coach for Leicester City, who have been relegated back to the championship. Now listen to this. I think Ruud van Nistelrooy caused all this. You know, Ruud van Nistelrooy not playing Jordan Ayew was the beginning of the biggest mistake he did. Now, Jordan Ayew is an experienced player who has been playing in the EPL for a very long time. Having that experienced player in your team and not playing him is a very big question mark. Looking at the a coach who has been tasked to help Leicester City survive in the EPL. You are not playing Jordan Ayew. And the unfortunate thing is that one player that has really helped Leicester City to get promoted from the Championship to the EPL was also injured, Issahaku. So it was sad for these two key players not to be involved, not to help Ruud van Nistelrooy to keep Leicester City alive. It was so sad. And I believe that it also contributed to the fact that they are relegated. But I believe Issahaku is definitely going to stay. But for Jordan Ayew, it remains to see whether he's going to stay at Leicester City or try to go to another EPL club. Probably the new clubs coming from the Championship. He might join one of them, or a club who is already a middle table team who wants the services of Jordan Ayew. Definitely will probably move outside England. But then, as things stand right now, Jordan Ayew and Issahaku are going to have a new coach, and that new coach is former Southampton coach Russell Martins. This is based on reports. So guys, this is the update I have for you concerning Ghanaian and Black Star players. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.